Hi guys, how's everybody doing? It's that time of the week again. Everybody knows me. I'm that guy with the two thumbs. Sentinel Bear, right here. That's me. I'm him. He is I. So I'm back with you again. Another Bear Effects podcast in full effect, doing the things for the people, showing off my thumb magic. All you Instagrammers who've seen my balloon party and my fireworks know my thumb magic. Oh, it's not giving it. It's not giving me my hearts. Come on, give me my hearts. There we go. That's it. So, today's show. This is an interesting topic that I have been trying to figure out the best way to approach and thought I'd just jump right into it. We're talking about LGBTQ plus in the lifestyle. Now, whether you're talking about the poly lifestyle, the swinging lifestyle, or the kink lifestyle, LGBTQ plus has a place in all of those lifestyles, just like any other culture, just like any other way of life, the same as everyone else. Okay. Now, I will tell you this: at swinger events, swinger parties, they absolutely love bisexual women. Bisexual men tend to be a lot less popular. Um, Normally, swing parties have kind of an unwritten rule for male on male play to not happen or not be okay unless that's something that's stipulated in the rules, unless that's something that's stipulated by the party host. And I have seen parties that will designate a certain room for that. Most of the hotel takeover and events will have another kind of unwritten rule that the guy on guy play takes place in the what they call blackout room. So pretty much the people that come to those parties already know that if they're interested in male on male play, they'll take that to the blackout room or they'll take that back to a private room. That's pretty much the quote unquote rule that everyone kind of knows and goes by. Unfortunately, in the swinging lifestyle, bisexuality amongst women is a lot more accepted than bisexuality amongst men. I don't make the rules. I'm just telling you what the situation is. Now, I am not talking about what's fair. I'm not talking about what's okay. I'm not talking about what's right. I'm talking about reality. And the reality of the situation is what this show is addressing right now. Okay? This is not a political platform. I can't change laws. I can't make party hosts change their minds. I can't create a space that I can't create because I'm not hosting parties. So, as the host, it's up to them to create that space. And some hosts do take the time to create that and to make that something that is understood and is okay. But to be honest with you, hosts will take a hit in making a space for male on male play. Because what will happen is a lot of the straight men will not go to those parties. And in the swinging lifestyle, straight men are where you make your money as a party host. Most parties in the swinging lifestyle work in a way where single women pay next to nothing, couples pay a pretty normal or average price, and single men pay a grip. And it's because at every swingers party is pretty much the same kind of crowd. Single women are the bait. Everyone wants a single woman. Bisexual single women want another single woman. Most couples want a single woman. Single men want a single woman. Everyone wants a single woman. Now, single men. There are a lot of couples out there that will play with single men, but there are a vast majority of them that won't. Most couples are not looking for a single guy. Most couples are looking for another couple or a single woman. Most single women are looking for another couple or a single woman. Single men don't tend to be what is popularly sought after. They are not drawing people out to the party. So party hosts want to entice the bait, the single women. They want to bring in the couples, that is the base, and then they charge the single men the premium. Those are the money makers. That is how a swinger parties work. That is how any host sets up their parties. They will tell you that. Now, there are specific events and specific functions designed to cater to single men. For example, the Splash Mocha event. It is a BBC hot wife swapping event. It is specifically designed to elevate single men and to draw people that are looking for single men, and specifically single Black BBC having men. It is very much a fetishized situation. It is what it is, and people that go there are going for the thing that they're going for, and everybody knows what that is. They know Mocha means BBC. I'm going for BBC, and they're there for BBC. That is what it's about. That's what it's there for. Okay? So those parties that are specifically catered to single men will have single men that they have as recurring party guests that are very well behaved. They are very well performed, and they are regulars. And a lot of those guys will get on that list and will not come off. There will be a waiting list for parties like that from single men that want to come to those parties. And because there's a waiting list, the guys know I'm going to be on my best behavior. I'm going to be as well performed as I can be. I'm going to be as nice and respectful as I can be because I want to be invited back. And when the party comes back, I want to be able to get on the guest list and hear a yes, we want you to come. So at parties like that, what you'll find is you'll find a very, very high class guest list of single men that are very motivated to be on their best behavior and to perform at their very best so that they can be sure that they secure themselves a spot for the next party. So if you like single men, especially if you like single BBC having men, that's your playground. And that is what makes that event such a hugely popular event. And there are other events like that. There are other local parties that cater to gangbangs. There are other parties that cater to BWC parties. There are other parties that cater to other things that are specifically designed for single men. But that is not a majority of the parties. And even those parties are not specifically geared to LGBTQ single men. They're geared to single men who are looking for couples or women, and that is kind of what that is. For single men in the LGBTQ plus community that are looking for these parties, it is a whole different crowd, a whole different culture, and a whole different situation. There are different parties that take place in the leather community. There are different parties that take place in other communities like the homosexual male community, the Wilton Manors community. If you're local to Fort Lauderdale, that's kind of where the LGBT community is very big. That's their hangout. That's where they feel safe. That's where most of that stuff happens. It's not the only place, but that's where a vast majority of it happens. So they have a lot of gay clubs. They have a lot of gay bars. They have gay parties there. And a lot of those clubs and bars will be kind of a hookup spot or a mix and mingle spot for the people in that community to kind of get to know and meet and set up meets or parties or situations for other events at other times. So if that is something that you're interested in and that is something that you want to get into, a great place to start will be going to those gay bars, going to those gay parties, gay clubs, homosexual parties. I do not mean to be offensive. I don't know what terminology is okay and what isn't okay. If you want to send me a message and let me know, I will definitely follow through with whatever it's supposed to be. Y'all got to remember, I'm old school. We didn't have pronouns back when I was coming up. You kind of was whatever you look like. So that is something that I make sure and I try and pay attention to and show as much respect as I can. But if I make a mistake, if I use the wrong thing, it is not intended to be disrespectful. I do not mean offense. I am not in that community, so I don't know all of those terminologies and what's okay and what's not okay. So I'm just going to do my best. Now, a lot of the information for this show tonight, I had to get in touch with a friend of mine that is in that community. As I said, I'm not in that community. I do have friends in that community. I do know quite a few people in that community. I have some leather friends that are part of that culture for the kink side. I have some other friends that are part of that culture for the swinger side. And their events and their functions look a lot like the same things that we do. It's just most of the time it is a very homogenous sexual situation. It is an all guy party. Most of the time their parties that are for homosexual men are all men. The parties that are for homosexual women are all women. Okay. I did not know this until I did research for this particular show. Homosexual men and women have beef with bisexual men and women. And it's like they be beefing. Bruh, I had no idea. I was like, yo, we all part of the same group. The last two groups I thought would be beefing are the homosexual group and the bisexual group. I thought they'd have more in common, but evidently they be beefing. Like, homosexual parties and the homosexual events don't necessarily enjoy, like, or play kindly with bisexual members of that sexuality coming to their events. And it's real. Like, they be beefing for real. Like, I did not know that. Like, when I found that out, I was amazed. But evidently, that is the thing. So a lot of their parties, events, and get-togethers tend to be strictly for homosexual and not bisexual people. And that was amazing to me. I understand it. I guess, y'all not like us for real. So we hating on y'all. I guess. And from my understanding, or what I was told, it tends to be from the homosexual side to the bisexual side. That's where the beef comes from. Bisexual community doesn't really beef like that with the homosexual community. It seems to be more one-sided from what I was told. Again, I'm just telling you what I was told. I'm just the messenger. I don't know why, when, how, where this came from. Like, I don't know who threw the first punch or who started the fight, but yo, they be beefing. And from what I told, they're beefing hard. Okay. My friends that are in the gay leather community, which is the gay kink community, and it's huge because you have to remember BDSM and kink started in the gay community. It transitioned over to the straight community because of straight people being interested in learning more and getting more involved in that community. But it started in the gay community. That's where the origins and the roots of BDSM and kink are. So that community has a much longer history with kink and BDSM than our community, actually. So it's huge. It's really big in the gay community. So for them, a lot of their events and functions tend to be very one-sided. Very much an all-guy party is going to be an all-guy party. I was told that it's very rare to see a woman show up to a homosexual male kink party. That is just, it's not that it's frowned upon or they don't like women coming or they don't encourage women to come. It's just that that's not something that women do. It's just rare for a woman to actually show up to one of those parties, which I guess I understand. I know there's a lot of ladies out there that's right now watching this thinking, yo, I would love to see that. So the looky-loos and the voyeurs, I'm sure, want to get in on it, but I can understand why it wouldn't be many there. Now, when it comes to the gay leather community, like I said, kink is huge. They have much more terminology. Flagging is much more popular. And what flagging is you have a handkerchief of a certain color that you'll wear in your pocket so that people will know what you are just by seeing what color you have on you. They'll know whether you're a bottom or a top, a daddy or a boy, a submissive or a dominant. They will know what you're into, whether you like floggers, whether you like fisting, whether you like paddles, whether you like canes. They have flagging that works based in color for so many kinks. The flagging paper that I looked at had it had 129 different flag color combinations to signify that many different kinks or things that people were into or ways to identify. And that wasn't even all of them. That was just some of them. So huge numbers. And that I really like the idea of that, because if I could look at someone from across the room and be able to figure out exactly what they are, what they identify as, what kinks they're into, what they like, that saves me so much time. So much time. That is such a great sorting method if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for a partner there, then that's a great idea. But I would probably be the dude that has the colors wrong and end up talking to the wrong person for the wrong reasons, and then get real surprised when the lights go out, trying to figure out why she doing what she doing when I wore this color that's supposed to say this and I got on the wrong color. Or I'm looking at her asking why she doing what she doing because she's supposed to like one thing, but I'm thinking the other color with the gold. Yeah, that wouldn't. Anyway, great idea. I just would struggle to practice. Remembering all the colors and what they all go with would definitely be something very interesting. So now in the poly community, LGBTQ plus doesn't really bat an eye, doesn't really blink. You are just one more person in the poly community, and you are no different than anyone else. The poly community has been dealing with and interacting with LGBTQ plus for a long time, and it is one community that is pretty much unfazed by that sexuality, whatever your sexuality is. They're very good with pronouns. They're very good with dealing with people that are of another sexuality or of another sexual choice. The poly community has kind of grown up with that and just been there in it, doing it, and doesn't even blink or bat an eye at it. I know quite a few people that identify as a different gender than they might look like, or are a different sexuality than you would think they are in the poly community. And again, nobody thinks anything of it. Nobody bats an eye. It's kind of just one of those things where it's just part of the conversation. What do you like? What are you into? Okay, cool. No problem. What are your pronouns? Okay, cool. No problem. It is what it is. In poly, there's so many different ways to poly and so many different people doing poly and so many different people interested in poly that if you come across somebody that wants something different than you do, okay, on to the next one. Like you just keep it moving. Like it's really not a big deal. There are a lot less issues with rejection, a lot less feelings getting hurt, a lot less egos being bruised simply because somebody doesn't want to do anything with you. As somebody who's poly, you understand that not everybody's going to be for you. So on to the next one. And it kind of just is what it is. Now, for our lovely LGBTQ plus ladies, everybody loves you. Everyone loves the lesbian ladies that want to play with another girl at the party. Because even if you're straight and you're not into that, you still want to watch. You're still going to be a bit of a voyeur. If you want to be an exhibitionist, I want to be a voyeur. If you are bisexual, even if you're not into threesomes, even if you don't like them and you have no interest in them, the people on the outside of your brain don't think about that. All they think about is, yeah, we probably could have a threesome with her. I like her. So again, because men tend to think with the small head and not the big head, that's always something that's attractive. Now, there are quite a few men who are intimidated by lesbian and bisexual women. And a lot of that has to do with their mentality and some issue or some mental situation that they have that they're dealing with. A lot of it is insecurity, a lot of it is fear. They are afraid that they're going to lose their woman to another girl because, unfortunately, for most men, that is the worst case scenario. That's the worst thing that could ever happen to you. Your woman leaves you for another woman. There is no bigger insult than that for most men. So a lot of men will hear that you're bisexual, or they will hear that you have an interest in women, and that will completely turn off their interest for you. That will give them the ick. Most of those men do not engage in alternative lifestyle. Most of those guys are vanilla guys because you have to be a little closed-minded to have that mentality. And unfortunately, closed-minded people do not make it far in alternative lifestyles. So you're probably not going to find those men in swinging community, kink community, or poly community. That's going to be something that's going to be pretty vanilla. I have come across a few friends and coworkers that have that mentality. I could never date a bisexual woman. I don't understand that. That don't make no sense to me. Why? What do I want with a bisexual girl? I can't do nothing with no bisexual girl. And I'm like, you know what? Thank you. Thank you. More for me. I'm glad you don't want one because I do. And if you don't want one, that's one less person I have to worry about interested in someone that I like. So yes, it's not for you and you don't like it and you shouldn't do it. Just leave all of those lovely ladies for me and I'll be more than happy to take care of them. So that is normally kind of the way it works when it comes to the LGBTQ plus ladies. The LGBTQ plus guys, you're going to be accepted a lot faster at a kink party than you are at a swing party. And again, not talking about what's fair or what's okay or what's right. I am just talking about the reality of the situation. Um, Unfortunately, that is not something that is readily accepted in the swinging circles in South Florida right now. Other places, other situations, other locations, I can't speak for them because I'm not there. But the parties that I've been to, the parties that I've worked, the parties that I've had to be a vendor for, I have heard and seen the things that the people say when they don't know who's listening or they're not paying attention to who's listening. And a lot of people are not very open to the idea of a bisexual man, but they're very open to the idea of a bisexual woman. It is a double standard, and that is the reality of the situation. So a lot of guys have to be careful. If that's something you like and that's something you're into, a lot of guys do feel like they need to keep that secret and that they do need to hide that. And that is just their reality because they don't think they'll be accepted. They're not comfortable and they don't think it'll be okay. Fortunately for me, I am straight and I don't have that struggle. I don't have that issue to deal with. And that's not something that bothers me. But when I say it's not something that bothers me, I genuinely mean it's not something that bothers me. I have had friends come out to me and I didn't think it was a big deal. And they had to explain to me why it was such a problem. I had a friend that I knew for like 10 to 12 years, and I still know him. He's still my friend. We still talk on a regular basis. About 2 years ago, he came out as being gay to me. And it was something that had happened because I saw some stuff and I was like, hold on a second, that look a little different. That don't look like what it should look like if you wasn't like that. Like that looked a little different. And when he came out to me, I was like, okay. And he said, what do you mean okay? I was like, okay. He's like, you're not mad? I was like, why would I be mad? Like, we not fucking. You not my man. Like, you didn't lie to me about your sexuality and now you out of, like, you didn't do anything to me. So why would I be mad? I'm straight. I'm not getting in a relationship with you. I'm not having sex with you. But if you want to have sex with another man, I don't care. Like, I'm still going to beat you in spades. I'm still going to be fucking you up on the domino table. You still going to have to pay for gas when we go to the club and I'm the designated driver. Like, it don't change nothing as far as I'm concerned. Now, when we at the club, you're going to be my wingman. Because bad bitches love gay dudes. Let me tell you something. If you are straight, you want a gay male wingman, okay? Let me tell you, gentlemen, you don't know how good you can have it until you get you a very charming and very high energy, good personality gay friend to be your wingman. Because women, especially bad bitches, love gay men. They love gay men. So what happens is he goes to him, he butters them up, he gets all buddy with them. They start to open up, they start to be friendly. That's when he's like, yo, I got to introduce you to my friend. He's a good dude, he's a nice guy. Let me introduce you to my buddy Bear. And then I walk in golden. I'm telling you, yo, I don't know why so many straight dudes have problems with gay men. Because, yo, gay men are like your best bet as a wingman. Best bet. It's going to work. Try it. Amazing. Amazing. I'm just telling you. And again, my gay friends are genuinely my friends. I'm not just using them as wingmen. I don't need a wingman right now. I'm not interested in a wingman right now. That's not why I'm friends with them. I'm friends with them because I genuinely enjoy their company and they are great people. Most of my friends I have known for a very long time. And it's not that I'm friends with them because they're gay or I'm friends with them because they're straight. I'm friends with them and I don't give a fuck where they stick their junk. It's not going to be in me, so I don't care who it's in. As long as the person that you're fucking is consenting to you fucking them, I don't care. It's not my business. I don't care who it is. I don't care what it is. Enjoy. Have fun. I don't want to hear the story. When it's time for us to sit down and play spades, I need you to make sure you don't renege. I need you to make sure that you understand when I play my lowest spade, you play your highest spade. I need to see what you have so I can start running the board. Okay? I need you to understand little winks and little head nod. Like, I need you to know which head nod is the diamond head nod, what's the club wink. Like, I need, as long as you do that, I don't give a fuck who, you get whatever booty you want to, I don't care. As long as we win this phase game, that's what's important. That's the priority. Okay? If you are my domino partner, I need you to feed me bones. What you do with your bone with somebody else ain't my business. I don't give a shit. Okay? So, priorities. Spade partner. Domino partner. Everything else outside of that is really not that big of a deal and really doesn't matter. So, you can LGBTQ your plus all you like, and that's your business. I don't care. I've been to many gay clubs with my friends, and let me tell you, we have had a blast. Awesome time. So much fun. So much fun. Gay guys tried to pick me up. I wasn't interested. I was flattered, but I wasn't interested. Let me tell you something. Gay man try to pick you up. That's a little ego stroke right there. I came home, fucked the shit out of my girl. Because I was like, yo, the dude think you hot. You got something. But, like I said, wasn't interested. I don't question my sexuality. I know what I am. I know what I like. So, I don't care. But yeah, I do have gay friends. I have a very close friend of mine that's gay that, like I said, I found out recently he was gay. I don't give a shit. But he has expressed an interest in going to a swingers party. And he has expressed an interest in going to a BDSM event with me. And I have no problem. When I went, I had no problem taking him. And he was quite a voyeur and had quite a good time feeding his eyes and watching all of the people do all of the things. But he did mention that he did not feel comfortable engaging with another man in that public space. And I understand why. And it's unfortunate. And I wish that, he did feel comfortable doing that. I don't want to see it, not because he's gay, but because he's my friend. And I just don't want to see my friend like that. So You go in that room over there, I'm gonna stay in this room over here, and you do your business, I'll do my business. But that ain't got shit to do with him being gay. It's just that's Paul. I don't want to see Paul like that. Next time I'm slapping some spades on the table, I got to think about his meat. So anyway, so that is the reality of our situation. If you are looking for a homosexual centric party event, I do, like I said, know some people in that community and can get that information. DM me on Instagram, send me a thingamabob, a rinky doo on YouTube or somewhere. Even if you can find me on Twitter, just send me something. I will get the information. I will send it to you. It can be anonymous. I don't give a shit. I really don't care. I'm gonna try and help if you need help. As far as ladies are concerned, y'all a different situation. Y'all go wherever y'all want to go, do whatever y'all want to do. Everybody want to see y'all scissoring, licking stuff, putting your mouth on another girl. Yeah, we like that. We like that a lot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Y'all ever notice if you had a swingers party and two girls start going at it, it feel like the party just stopped. Like it get real quiet and everybody start looking in that direction. Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. We like to see that. That's a good show. That's a very good show. But yes, there is a double standard. It is. And it has come a long way. There was a time where there would not even have been a thought of having a space for gay men to be able to engage at a swingers party. The fact that some parties will put aside a room for that or put aside a space for that means it has come a long way, and there have been some strides and there has been some positivity made. I'm not saying enough. I'm not saying that it's even or equal or fair. I am just talking about the reality of the situation as it is right now, and that is a real thing. So again, if that is your situation, if that is your space, then that is something that maybe you can talk to the party host about, or you can get in touch with someone that you know that hosts parties, and maybe that's something that you can get arranged. And worst case scenario, if you would like to engage in a party that is specifically designed for that culture, then get in touch with me and I can try and help lead you down that path. Like I said, I'm not aware of all of that, but I know people. I know a whole bunch of people. So I can point you in the right direction. Now, that being said, our party guru is not here, so I do not have dates and times for all the latest parties and all the newest happenings. If that is a question and you want to know something about that, again, send a DM or send a message, Instagram, X, Facebook, and she will respond and she will send you the party information that she has available. Our Entrepreneurs Corner is not going up today. Again, our Entrepreneurs Corner lady is not here, so that's not something that we have available. There will be one at the next podcast that she is at, and we will make sure that she is able to get that going, because the Entrepreneurs Corner is something that we like to do. And that is our show for today. I hope that I was able to help and give information to all of our listeners. Like, subscribe. You got 2 thumbs for a reason. You might as well use them both. Okay? And in the meantime, all of my good-looking people, stay good-looking. Do your thing. Coming at you.